narrow stance, okay? We don't want to see a very wide stance. A little more towards the front, okay? More towards that front foot, and we want to rock the Y. We can have a little bit of wrist hinge naturally because the wrists do want to hinge just to add a little bit more power, but we don't want to see too much of it. Your backswing and stop for me. So what we've addressed obviously in our earlier lessons is starting her downswing with turning, allowing your hands to drop right, not throwing the right shoulder. So what we can see is you got a pretty big divot. Obviously first three were the wedge, we have two more from the 9-iron. Sometimes do you have an issue with coming across the ball?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously your divot shows that, you know, she's coming across the ball. Nothing too crazy, you know, that just shows that she really wants power. All right, so now we're gonna go on to a little explanation and demonstration segment. So fried egg, right? It happens to a lot of golfers. You hit a good shot, but it just comes in and doesn't get any roll out of the sand. So obviously we have to adjust to the lie. So as you can see, we can't see all the ball. It's not sitting up nicely. We have to think about a little bit of physics here, okay? So we have to think about, all right, you can go about it two different ways. Some people like it square and they like to just chop right down through it. My philosophy is, okay, you have to start hitting it right about there. You have to start the club coming in. I still like to use an open face. Allows for you to keep the same motion. You want to start here and just dig right underneath the ball. Your objective is just get it onto the green. It's going to roll. It is going to have no spin. If you can spin a fried egg, then you're doing something really right. Feedback-wise, you got from yourself and how you swung it, like what was the difference between every swing?
I felt like the first one when I hit it thin, I stood up a little bit and just caught it thin.
Okay.
And then the second one I felt the best in.
Second one felt
Yeah.
best. Okay. So obviously, if that was just a little bit low on sound, she thought that she kind of stood up on that first one, right? So she wasn't allowing the club to actually go through impact. And then the second one she hit great, and then the third one was pretty good, just not quite as good as she would have liked to have seen it. But obviously, you know, not a bad three shots. I mean, nothing. They were very much online where she was looking at. Struck two of the three really well, and then obviously one was a little thin, but no, overall that was really, really good.